What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Baller here, back with another YouTube video. Splitgate 2 Ranked does come out today, so I want to make a video going over all of my classes on each of the 3 different characters that I highly recommend for you to use to rank up. So first, we're going to start off with Aeros. The Tempo, in my opinion, is the best weapon on Aeros, just a very consistent AR. I personally use grip and laser sight on it. I know my teammate Hunnit uses rapid fire and grip, so those are two things that two attachment combos that I highly recommend you guys looking at. I personally use the juke pistol. The punch pistol I would say is better, but in like the highest level of competitive right now, in like our 8 server and stuff like that, we do not allow the punch because we think it's pretty broken currently. But in ranked play, it'll be allowed, so that'll be up to you guys. Whether to use the punch, or I personally use the juke with piercing ammo. I think piercing ammo is probably the best attachment in the game. Makes your bullets bigger, allows for collateral damage. Overall, just makes the gun a lot better. I personally use stim shots. I think also shock disc is alright. They nerfed it to a point where it's still pretty easy to shoot when you're shock disc. So I think stim shots personally better. Also, if you're really good at portal, I do recommend portal because I've seen some crazy plays with it. You can like get out, play your life really well. You can also kind of use it as a shield in some scenarios, which is kind of insane. So if you do like portal, you can go for it. But I personally use stim shot. And then for the perks, I use Speedy Slayer and Slide. Speedy Slayer basically just gives you a speed boost on kills, so anytime you get a kill, you start running faster, stuff like that. And Aeros is all about going fast. So, and with the Slide perk as well, it creates a much longer slide, and it also allows you to strafe with your slide as Aeros, which is absolutely absurd. Some of the stuff I've seen people do, and I've been able to do myself with this perk, is absolutely like it's crazy. So I do recommend using that one as well. Going to the next one, the Sprinter is also very good. I use rapid fire and laser sight. If you want to use the punch pistol, I recommend using the quick draw perk. You can use the punch with the quick draw perk into the sprinter. So basically, you shoot somebody with the punch, and with your quick draw, you immediately switch to sprinter. And basically, you just if you hit the bullet with the punch, you have like a 40 to 55 damage like advantage in the fight instantly. That was the main reason why we stopped allowing the punch pistol, because this combo itself with quick draw and punch and then to the sprinter is just super deadly and very consistent, very hard to deal with. So I do recommend that. But if not, you want to use the juke pistol, play like how we are in our server and stuff like that. Use the juke and with piercing ammo again, and same perks, same equipment, stuff like that. And then finally, the cadence on the Aeros, I think is they buffed it to a point where it's very usable. I use piercing ammo and extended mag. Again, piercing ammo just allows for collateral damage, and it also makes the bullets bigger, so it's easier to hit shots. Again, with the juke pistol, stim shot, speed slayer, slide. The other 2 guns on Aeros, like the Blitz and the Pulse, I don't really think are like up to speed with the rest of the weapons. I don't think that they're really worth using. But I mean, if you like them, go for it. But I personally don't. So these are the 3 classes on Aeros that I will be rocking in ranked. And going next to Meridian, we have the Hyperline, which I use extended mag and piercing. They nerfed this gun to the point where, in my opinion, it's not the greatest right now. It's definitely still usable, but I think the other 2 guns that I'm going to be showing you guys are much better. But yeah, if you want to use the Hyperline, I use extended mag and piercing. And on Meridian, recently I've been using Regen Cloud. Regen Cloud is very good. Time Dome obviously is still really good. Ranked as well is going to have radar, so the recon radar is going to be usable. But my personal favorite is the Regen Cloud. Basically, you take damage, you can throw it immediately on the ground, and you heal for 40 health immediately. And then I think every like a second and a half or 2 seconds or something like that, the grenade goes off again. It heals you for another 40 health, and it also heals your teammates. So you can throw it on time and hot zone. You can throw it on a bomb and firecracker, things like that. I found a lot of good use for Regen Cloud. And then I use Power Cycle, which just allows you to get your Regen Clouds faster, and Tech Boost, which allows your Regen Cloud to be stronger. I think it makes it like go off faster. So I've been using that. And then going to the Synapse, I think the Synapse is probably the best. I mean, right now, and competitive wise, it's the best like close range weapon for Meridian, because we do not allow the Phasma, because the Phasma is just super dumb. But yeah, the Synapse is rapid fire and grip. The grip basically makes it have no recoil whatsoever, and then rapid fire I think is pretty needed, because basically whenever you're using this gun, at least in the highest level, because the Phasma is not allowed, you're using it as more of an SMG, because at the highest level we don't play with an SMG on Meridian. And then also, I forgot to go over the Tetra pistol. I use a Tetra pistol on all of my classes. The Tetra pistol is the burst pistol from Meridian. I think is very strong, very good with piercing ammo especially. Just allows you to collateral. I think it has insane range, like insane base range just for a pistol. You can map people with this thing. It's actually nuts. And then again, regen cloud, power cycle, tech boost. And then finally, I think the best gun on Meridian is the Quantum. I use bullet burst and piercing. Bullet burst basically just allows the actual burst to shoot faster, so it makes your bullets connect a lot quicker. And then again, with piercing, bullets bigger, collateral damage, things like that. And the same thing with Tetra, regen cloud, power cycle, tech boost. Yeah, and then obviously the Phasma is broken. I don't have a Phasma class because we don't use it at a competitive level, so I don't want to create bad habits. But if you're using the Phasma, I would recommend probably laser sight and long barrel, or laser sight and rapid fire, probably one of those two. Yeah, and then going finally to Subrasque. I do have a class for every gun, I think, besides the jackhammer. But yeah, starting with the Trailblazer. I think the Trailblazer is probably one of the most consistent ARs in the game, if not the most. I use grip laser. It basically just makes it shoot like a laser beam. No recoil, very little like bullet spread, things like that. And then the Goliath pistol, I think is just absolutely absurd. It's basically a pocket carbine. I use piercing ammo again on it. I think piercing ammo again is just one of the best, if not the best attachment in the game. Um, for things like hot zone and no, yeah, just for hot zone, I use sticky grenades. For firecracker, I use the sandstorm grenade. Because like usually your Subrasque and firecracker is placing shields and smoking bombs, so you can plant and defuse effectively. So I recommend in firecracker to use smoke grenades. And then in hot zone, I use sticky grenades, just throw them at the time, stuff like that. And then for split ball, I'll use proximity mines because Subrasque in split ball usually is the person playing defense when you have control balls. And basically, when you're sitting back there, you're kind of doing nothing besides just protecting your base. So you might as well just throw some mines on your ball. Basically, is how I see it. So I think I use actually all three of these equipments, just based off the game mode. And then going into the perks, Heavy Punch, I think is very, very strong. It basically just turns your melee from 50 damage to 60 damage, which allows you to have to hit one less bullet before you punch to win the gunfight. Also, I think it's just really good because like if you're one shot, somebody pushes you, you want to just put out as much damage as possible. You just hit somebody for 60 really quick and you call it a day. I think Heavy Punch is very, very good. And then Rapid Deployment, they did nerf it before. It was a 10-second off cooldown. Now it's only 5-second off cooldown. But I think that 5-second every single time you like are waiting to get your shield is very beneficial still throughout the entire game. So I do recommend Rapid Deployment. It just gives you more shields. And then next is the Warden. Again, I have two Warden classes, one for Hot Zone and Spitball. I use Sticky Grenade on Hot Zone, Proximity Mine on Spitball. And then this is my firecracker class again. It's just the same class, but with a smoke grenade. But I use extended mag and piercing on the Warden. I believe it makes it have 18 rounds in a mag, which is very good. And then again, piercing ammo, really good on the Warden. Warden getting collateral damage with no drop off is absurd. You just basically fry an entire team if they're like stacked on time or stacked on a bomb or something like that. Very, very strong. And then again, yeah, sticky grenade in hot zone, proximity mine, and spitball. And then same class here, smoke grenade in firecracker. And then going to the plow. The plow we do not allow in competitive as well. I just have a class because I was abusing it in pubs yesterday, showing people how broken it was. But shotguns in this game are nuts. The Aeros shotgun is not that nuts, but like the Charger shotgun on Meridian and the plow on Subrasque is just absolutely absurd. It will be allowed in ranked, so if you do want to use it, I recommend a barrel extension and laser sight. Just gives it more range, lowers the spread a little bit. I personally won't be using it. Again, don't want to create bad habits for the highest level of play, but it is very good. And then yeah, Goliath pistol piercing, and then basically whatever equipment you want based on the game mode and the same perks. And then finally the Rattler. The Rattler is, in my opinion, the best SMG in the game, besides the Phasma, because the Phasma is just stupid. I don't even count the Phasma. But yeah, the Rattler, use rapid fire and laser sight. Rapid fire lets the startup time of the Rattler go faster because you have to basically charge it up to shoot it at its fastest rate. So rapid fire shortens the amount of time it takes until it's shooting the fastest, which I think is very, very strong. And laser sight again just lowers the bullet spread. And then Goliath, and then whatever equipment you want based on the game mode, and then Heavy Punch, Rapid Deployment again. But yeah, Rattler, very strong on small maps like Grit, Zenith. I'm probably forgetting a couple other ones, Stadium. Rattler, very, very, very good, so I do recommend that. But yeah, that is my classes I'm going to be using in ranked. Currently, I'm about to start my stream. I'm going to do Road to Rank 1 in one stream. Gonna see how long it takes. Don't really know what to predict. Don't know how fast I'm gonna gain elo and stuff like that. So who knows? Could be a 18-hour stream. Could be a 40-hour stream. Who knows? We shall see. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. That is going to do it for me. Until next time. Balla out.